In this game, Łukasz took black, Milena took white. Two Josekis, and both of them a bit unexpected. So, first of all, this is a mistake. This is not a Joseki move. Joseki move is a descent. After which, white plays here, 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 and then black has two options. One is this one, which is a classical variation. The other one, leading to complications, is this move. Can this be played if black does not have a ladder? I think no. I think this move is not possible now because white can connect. And if black plays like this, black dies in the ladder. And if black plays like this, black just dies. So this is not possible. So black needs to follow with that Joseki. And it's fine. It's a good Joseki, actually a little bit better for black. But this move is not possible. In the game, white decided to capture, gave black that stone. But this is a good result for black. Ponuki for Ponuki, but black has the corner. And it was also white's corner. Now there is an equal amount of moves by black and by white in this corner, but black has a few points more. So black should be satisfied. But it should not be like this. This is not a Joseki move. White should descend. And after the descent, black doesn't have a good option, because if black descends now, then this move of white captures black's stone. And fighting like that is not really good for black. So a descent is not a good option. Other than that, black might block here. If white plays there, black cannot go here because of this capture, but black can first descend and then go there. So white needs to capture now, and black captures two stones. And this is much better. This is much better than the game, because there is still a center move here. And if we want a center move there, if you need to sacrifice one stone, sacrifice two. Sacrifice two. This is the rule for the third line stone, and exactly now we should use that rule. What was Milena afraid of? Maybe this move. But I think even like that, white is more happy. Now this move is center. And also, maybe we can consider this variation. I think yes, I think it's also good. Good variation. Good move, good move. Like this, it's already better than the other variation, and we can even push once more. So this is all not possible for black. Black needs to play like this. Alright. So players were confused with another old Joseki, which is also not considered Joseki anymore, which looks like that. But it is the different order of moves. And also here, white currently doesn't play that capture. Also white plays here. Also this is the official Joseki these days and not that one. Black can connect, after which can we play here? This looks like a correct move. And yeah, Joseki. Alright. In the game, black is a bit satisfied. Then black doesn't want to complicate with the correct move, like with the most powerful move locally. And instead, black plays attachment. After which a common continuation is this and that, or a hane like that. And yeah, that's it. That's a Joseki, which is considered a bit better for white. But white plays this move, and I didn't really see that move before. It doesn't look bad, right, this move at e2, but it certainly doesn't make use of the fact that we have a stone and we can forbid black to take the corner after our push in. This would be too good for white. So it's only with that stone at A when black will not block us but instead play a bamboo on the outside. So let's make use of that. This is just comfortable for white. like this we are not making use of that. And I was interested to see that now AI suggests a connection. This is something what I wouldn't think of, but it looks at weaknesses in white shape. So now we don't need to be afraid of a cut, because we can manage the situation. If white plays like this, we can still cut from that side. So also not very interesting for white. So this is what AI suggests, and then maybe we can play something along these lines. All right. In the game we see a connection, white pushes, and these all moves make sense. Black made a very beautiful shape. This also looks natural. Was black afraid of a wedge? Maybe black was afraid of a wedge, which might be actually quite annoying. So, and then also this move looks a bit slow, so instead black manages to make a beautiful shape this way. This makes sense, but also it makes sense that white took center to play on the left side. And now black attaches, and this is not something what I would play, because when I look at the left side, it seems to me that the group of white is still thin, even though white added the move. And black's group is a bit strong. It got stronger by also strengthening white on the bottom side, but this is not very painful for us because we have a Ponuki on the bottom side, and now we would like to make use of that thickness, and I would like to make use of it by invading and splitting white's side later to attack this group. White has also another option. White can pincer, after which maybe I would be forced to jump into the corner or play something a bit different. So this is an option. In the game we see this move, and white chooses quite naturally, because if now white still goes for the corner, then black builds a group even more comfortably than in those variations. And like this, white creates a territory from weak stones, makes sense. And white continues with the two-space jump, which looks like what we play in the San Joseki, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the old Joseki. But this old Joseki is not in use anymore. Instead of the move at 6, what we do is a turn at A. This is first thing. And second thing, if we already have this turn, then this move is too loose. It doesn't put enough pressure. We are able to put a lot of pressure by this move. Now, what can black do? Black will push out. This is a good exchange to leave a weakness in white shape. But now if black plays elsewhere, this move of white is center, and black's life becomes very, very small. Okay, now it's possible to play hammer, right? It is. It's not completely possible. It's not completely possible. If my reading is correct, then... my reading is wrong. Okay, maybe black is just alive with this move. Yeah, maybe black is just alive. Alright, but still, such a block is a bit of a block. A little bit of a block. Black got much smaller. Later, when black wants to enter, when black wants to play on the top side, still white is stronger than if that block was not sent at all. So because of that, black doesn't want to leave it like this, and black plays these exchanges, which are also center. Also, it makes sense for white to add a move, otherwise there are two weaknesses in white's shape, and white doesn't want to leave it. So white adds a move, and that's it. This is a Joseki. This is a Joseki, and this move is not putting enough pressure. Then black tries to somehow annoy white. okay. Something was played, but difficult to say whether these exchanges were good or bad. And then I was, it was very funny to me to see this move. I think that Łukasz would say it's a do-nothing move, what everyone in Europe learns from Łukasz Podperam. Good move, big. And I understand that black doesn't want to extend far because it's so easy for white to invade as white is super strong from the other side. Even if we play here, it's quite obvious that white will not play from these stones, but from those. So when we choose a move, we usually want to choose in a way that our opponent doesn't know whether they want to play from one side or the other. This is a good heuristic where to put a stone. But for me, it seems that already playing here is fine. And I think that I would play here or the fourth line. But maybe Łukasz thinks, still, why would white extend here? But there is still a hole. So let's not leave it. Now, for sure, white will not go in. Yeah, I think a good move. And now what I expected from white on the bottom side is double honey. This sequence looks like it works quite well for white. Even if white is not able to fight like this, which I am not sure of actually, because white has a lot of liberties. For example, now white wins the capturing race, but let's say white doesn't win the capturing race. Maybe, I don't know. But even if, white can always play like that and be satisfied with this result. Certainly. Does black have other options? Well, black can try to go through like this, but it's still not easy for black to find the correct variation. It looks very risky for black. So I think a double hammer is a good technique. And in the game we see a knight's move, after which it was easier for black to save the group. Like this, black would be satisfied, so white played an alternative variation, but again, black goes... In the end, black connects underneath. Okay, black cannot go out. Maybe black cannot go out too easily. But fine. At least black can fall back to that variation because there are weaknesses in white's shape. So in the end, it's a compromise. And where to continue? How to play now? A bit strange board. We don't know what to do because all the groups are completely strong and safe. White somehow wanted to use this thickness and decided to play a shoulder hit. But this I don't like. White is heavily over-concentrated. And white doesn't even get points on the side. There is still a slide. And in the center there are no points. And here there are only a few points. So if we play on the side, I would actually prefer this move. Because this at least takes points. Still it feels over-concentrated. Łukasz gives us a really hard time with that do-nothing move. But yeah, at least we take points. And with this move we don't do anything, it feels a bit. But I think a more important direction of play is around here. Because if we don't do this, then black can still enter. Even this deep. I believe it's fine to play like that as black. Oh, hello Goshpur, and I am happy to see you, especially after getting to know you in person in Warsaw. So with this move, white expands the box and like builds the moyo how you should do it. So from the ground, floor by floor, next floor, like you are building a tower. One more floor, one more, and we can expand. So we build a beautiful, beautiful tower. Like this, it was easy for black to reduce, and black did it immediately this way. So I don't know if I would actually go in, but it feels to me that it is a bit easy for white to take the 5th line territory this way, but on the other hand, if black is good in the game, maybe no need to do anything else. Here we can still slide. What to do? So I would really like to claim that this is black's center, so it's easier to build a group for black, but it's not a very obvious question, since white can then take away the base, but black can run out. So maybe we should do it, but black doesn't want to fight in this game. Maybe black just came to a conclusion that Milena is very good at fighting, so why fight with her? This push I really don't like, because I believe that this is just better to play this way. Center end game. Later we still have this move, which makes, for example, that one center. Yeah, this is just a center end game, and for sure white cannot play like this. And like that, it's not worth it. So in the game, black pushed once more and then cut, and then white should simply play here and connect. But white was apparently afraid of a counterattack of Łukasz. Well, there is that possibility, but this is also super risky for black. I mean, black also loses a lot if black loses the core. And then the next question is, where are threats? So for example, this threat is just not enough. Now white will go through and actually put this whole group under attack. So white shouldn't be afraid of this core. I believe that black would actually play calmly here, especially looking at how black plays the whole game. But if it goes like this and black leaves that option for future, then it makes sense. I mean, then black didn't really lose with the ABCD exchanges. For now, the move on the top side is very big, and now white tried to start a fight, and this was a decisive fight of the game. White tries to cause trouble. But somehow it doesn't really work. Aha. So now, maybe black could have just played like this. Why not? I don't think it's bad for black this way. Still, there are cutting points. Actually, the cutting points are quite annoying. This is good for black, isn't it? Maybe a different order, like this. Maybe like that, but a lot of bad exchanges were played. So, but black played actively, and it also makes sense. It's actually a better move to split white. But even if it was like this, I wouldn't think that white got a big success. Maybe now white should do it differently. How about this tiger's mouth? If black plays here, then we are very happy with such an exchange. Always. Such exchanges are what we like. Later, this maybe is not center, okay. But still, the exchanges are just satisfactory. Oh, we can play here, and then this is actually a center. Yeah. And if black plays here, then, well, we change the direction. And even let's Atari him. Let's make his life more difficult. Yeah, like this. Like this, it makes sense for white. This was not really successful, but now black made a mistake. Black should have played here, after which, well, white can play these moves in center, but still the fight is very difficult for white. But instead of playing this move, black played that, thinking that it doesn't matter, but then white has a go down and black is in trouble. Sorry, here, right? I guess here. So black needed to connect there, and white had an alternative. But actually this alternative was still not good for white. All in all, in this fight, black not only gained points, quite a lot of points. Alright, black also lost potential there, but black gained points here. But also black got strength, which will destroy white's potential in the center. So this is against white's strategy in this game. Are there other options? Maybe white should have played like this. But it also looks like black gained really a lot. So I don't like all of this for white. Maybe it was better to play the tiger's mouth. Yeah, probably white should have played the tiger's mouth. Also, another option is to try to take the correct direction by force. And force taking the correct variation. Or maybe now here. Maybe better than the game. Or how about playing this move? Maybe like this. Maybe something like this would be better. Yeah. In the game, black gained a lot of points. I don't understand why black didn't follow with this move. It's certainly center, and if white plays here, we can tenuki now. It's already a gain what black played. It creates a weak point in white's shape, but black didn't do it. Alright. But then anyway white doesn't play here, so yeah, white's territory is anyway not too large on the side. And the game should be good for black. A bit better for black after all these small skirmishes here and there. But now there comes the biggest mistake of the game. The biggest mistake of the game. So here we were fighting, small fight here, small fight there, maybe here 2 points better for one player, there 2 points better for the other player. But now, in a very simple sequence, white lost 6 or 8 points. So what should white do? How to attack this shape of black? We need to know it because this shape appears after Joseki. We need to know how we should how is it called in English? Annoying, but there is a better word. Mob it. There is still a better word. This is the way. We descend. Black cannot block because then black is not even alive. Not even completely alive. Black can play this move, but it's actually also not really better than that other option. What is the correct way now? Like, is there a risk of dying for black? Is there? Maybe there is no. Maybe there is no risk of dying. But for sure this move is center. And let's say it goes like this. Black has 6 points. And we also see the borders of white's territory. 6 points in black's corner. And somehow this move is a shape move. It leaves no weaknesses. And then the variation looks like this. And now black also has 6 points, but white actually has 1 point more. Which suggests that maybe actually it's better to play this empty triangle, but it leaves a lot of weaknesses in the shape, so do it with caution. Maybe it's not really better. Interesting. Is it better? I need to study it. But if it goes this way, you see, black has 6 points and we see borders of white's territories. But in the game, white tried to attack stronger and play this move. And this is already a mistake. Already it helps black. And then this move, trying to be smart. But afterwards, black finished with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. And white finished with 3 points less here and 2 points less there, because now this is center for black. G19 is center for black. So a difference is 4, 5, 7 points. 7 points White lost by playing an incorrect technique. It's as much as White lost in all previous variations, little fights, according to the AI judgment of the position right now. AI thinks that Black has around 6-7 point advantage. But after this, Black has already a 12 point advantage. So it was really a disaster. After that, how can we win the game? And then, very unexpectedly, another fight starts because White played a double Hane, trying to change something in the game. It makes sense. If we just play peacefully, we will simply lose. But this fight was not good for White. White tried to capture Black stones, but White also had few liberties, and in the end, White stones get captured. So Black gained really a lot, 7 points, and destroyed a lot of potential of White. And the last hope for White is to start a call. And Black should have just played here and then start the call. Where are its threats? So Black would very easily win the game. But Black played here, and then the last chance for White. An unexpected attack from the other side. But actually Black just didn't care much. Because now Black has a net, and it also works for Black, so Black won the fight. Yeah, so alright, this final fight makes sense because White fell behind and White indeed was behind, but the biggest mistake of the game is this sequence. All the other mistakes are very small and not important when compared with this mistake. Yeah. So that's it about the game. Also, this fight was quite decisive, so I believe that White should do something differently. And what exactly is a bit difficult of a question. Yeah, difficult to change much. Yeah. But anyway, it was anyway a very slow game, and small details here matter. And this is it for today. Thank you for listening. And I encourage groups A and C to play their games from round 4 and to give correct links to their games from rounds 2 and 4. So in 2 weeks I review their games. That's it for today, and see you next time. Bye bye.